Hello, this is my audience. Yeah. So starting off, we're going to be talking about the environment and ways that we can adapt climate-wise. And today I'm going to be telling you guys about adapting sustainable habits to support environmental conservation. Okay. By adapting simple yet impactful sustainable habits, we can collectively protect the environment, combat climate change, and secure a healthier planet for future generations. Imagine a world with no clean air, no forests or oceans, the forest and oceans filled with trash. This could be our future if we don't act now to protect the environment. Small sustainable changes can have big impacts on protecting our planet. Growing up, I was taught to reduce, reuse, and recycle. I've seen how small actions like recycling and biking instead of driving can positively impact the environment. Today, I'll cover the environmental problems we face, sustainable habits that help, and how they can make a big impact. To understand the urgency behind these habits, let's examine the challenges our environment is facing. My main point, number 1. Visualizing the impact of sustainable habits. Benefits of widespread sustainability. My first piece of evidence is a 10% reduction in energy use can cut U.S. emissions by 500 million metric tons annually, DOE 2022. So this is just saying a 10% of just reduction in energy, we can cut emissions up to 500 million metric tons. So it just shows how such a small number like 10% can have a big impact. Second piece of evidence is if everyone recycled plastic, we would reduce landfill waste by 75%. Recycling Coalition 2021. So this basically is saying that we could reduce landfill waste by 75% if we recycle. Just a small habit, it can go a long way. My supporting claim is consequences of failing to act. My first piece of evidence, with no intervention, global temperatures could rise 2 degrees Celsius by 2050, worsening climate disasters, the UN 2022. So this just shows that the increase would lead to more floods, heat waves, and hurricanes, which hurt lives and economics all over the world. My second piece of evidence is ecosystems face irreversible damage, risking biodiversity, WWF 2021. So this saying is biodiversity is key to a healthy ecosystem. Losing it would make it harder for nature to give us food, clean water, and other important resources. This is happening in the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. The corals are dying, and once they die, they can't come back without help. Let's look at sustainable habits that can help migrate these challenges. Main point 2, simple habits that can help solve environmental problems. Reducing waste through recycling and composting. Evidence number 1, recycling 1 ton of paper saves 7,000 gallons of water. You see 1 ton paper, 7,000 gallons of water, and 17 trees. My second piece of evidence is composting diverts organic waste from landfills, reducing methane emissions. So methane is a strong greenhouse gas. By composting, we turn food into a helpful fertilizer while fighting the climate change. My next piece of my subpoint is conserving energy with small changes like LED light bulbs and unplugging appliances. LED light bulbs use 75% less energy than incandescent bulbs, energy.gov 2021. This is an easy change anyone can make. Simple actions like using LED light bulbs can save us energy and lower your electricity bills. And then my next piece of evidence is Phantom Energy wastes $19 billion annually in the US, NRDC 2022. So just phantom energy is basically the stuff you leave plugged in. Anything you leave plugged in is just ghosts. It's like Unplugging unused devices may seem small, but it can be a big difference when everyone does it. Think about how much energy we can save by stopping phantom energy waste. My next point is embracing eco-friendly transport. Biking or walking reduces carbon emissions and improves health, CDC 2021. So if we reduce our carbon emissions by biking instead of using a car that uses fuel and fossil fuels and all that and that gasoline, we can improve our health by also exercising, getting our exercise in, but also helping our earth a little bit. Choosing a greener transportation is good for both the environment and our health. Electric cars produce 50% fewer emissions than gas vehicles over their lifetime, ICCT 2021. So this basically is saying switching to electric vehicles might cost more at first, but in the long run, they're a smart investment, and that they're just overall, it's a better way to help our earth. To understand the urgency behind these habits, let's examine the challenges our environment is facing. The environmental challenges caused by unsustainable practices, overwhelming waste and pollution. Americans generated 292 million tons of waste in 2018 EPA 2021. So this huge amount shows how big our waste problem is. Picture all the garbage piling up in landfills and polluting the environment, taking hundreds of years to break down. My next piece of evidence is plastic pollution harms 700 species of marine animals annually. National Geographic 2021. The numbers aren't just statistics. They show how ecosystems are being destroyed and how animals are at risk of dying out of what we're doing. My next subpoint is excessive energy consumption leading to climate change. Burning fossil fuels accounts for over 75% of global greenhouse gas emissions, as you can see here. Basically, relying on fossil fuels is causing climate change. It's making weather act differently, causing more storms, droughts, and wildfires. This is hurting the planet and affecting millions of people around the world. My next piece of evidence is the global temperature has risen by 1.1 degrees Celsius since the industrial era. NASA 2022. Even though 1.1 degrees Celsius doesn't seem like a lot, or it seems small, it makes a big difference. Higher temperatures cause ice caps to melt, sea levels to rise, more natural disasters like hurricanes and wildfires. Without addressing these challenges, the health of our planet and future generations is at serious risk. If left unchecked, these problems will become irreversible. Now that we identified these challenges, let's finish by reviewing what we can do. Today, I discussed the challenges facing our environment, sustainable habits to counter these challenges, and the transformative outcomes of adapting these habits. Start today. Recycle, conserve energy, and choose an eco-friendly transportation. Small actions add up, and together we can make a slight difference, or a significant difference, actually. Our planet future depends on choices we make today. Let's act now and create a cleaner, healthier world for future generations. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.